Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line. I asked Chat GPQ and AI the chance of NCAA winning the appeal. Both AI sites said extremely low, but I'm no lawyer. It seems like the NCAA would have a decent chance. Man, we've all become lawyers, offensive coordinators, kicking specialists, quarterback savants. We got, man, and then we're all just trying to do our regular jobs too. I understand we are not allowed to cut him, but could we let him ride the bench? Like Coach McGuire saying this is a team rule that he broke and we are going to self-punish. We don't really need to get him to the playoffs, just sit him for a while to try to save face. We bought our way into the playoffs, so let's just sit him until then. What we didn't buy. You still have to play, guys. I mean, yes, you can go out and attract talent with a checkbook, but you still have to play. It just doesn't happen overnight. Let's see.
Hey, you do have to go out and play, and having talented players really helps.
It does.
You play better.
Every coach will tell you.
Yeah. Whatever way you can use to recruit them to you is allowed. It's legal. So
the better the players, the better the coach you are.
Yeah.
This from Lucas. Chuck, it's not laughable. The other schools are doing what they can to save the sport. No, they're just piling on.
Your comment was very funny, though. It's not buying players. It's just attracting them with a checkbook.
We've got a lot of things here. We've got a lot of things here.
I don't know. It feels like those are a lot alike.
Could be.
But your point is totally valid. No matter how talented they are, they have to play together and play well and
you got to
mesh together.
Play hard, play smart, play together.
Yes,
come on.
But it definitely helps when you're talented.
This morality in college sports went out the window a few years ago. What did they expect to happen, giving 20-year-olds millions of dollars and expecting them to make good decisions? Yeah, I mean, he probably would have still bet. He just wouldn't have bet $90,000 because he didn't have it. Because then the those people would be knocking on his door in a not so friendly manner. I'm like you. I do feel sorry for Texas Tech. I mean, look, I didn't go to school here, but I've invested 30 plus years of my life in this town, and I'm deep in. I don't have a degree, but I'm deep in. And I hate it. I hate the look that it gives. I hate that people are attacking the university, and I think you've got good people over there that are trying to make the best decisions that they can. And I think it's just ridiculous for Nebraska and Georgia and the Big Ten to threaten not to play us altogether. And this thought that Illinois could back out of a basketball game because we've got a judge from Fort Worth who comes in here, looks at the NCAA, looks at Sorsby's attorneys and says, "Yeah, I agree with these guys." Okay, and here's the thing that was just kind of, as I think about it now, it was just kind of stunning to me to kind of help spread the narrative of this ruling. It just goes to the scope of it. So I'm a subscriber of The Athletic. Okay, I think it's real. They do really good stuff, and they have really good articles, and they're well researched. But yesterday, The Athletic sent out what they called a gift article. Okay, explore this gift article from The Athletic. You can read it for free without a subscription. And The Athletic is owned by the New York Times. And it was the story of the coverage of Brendan Sorsby. I just thought, wow, this is fascinating. Going back to the thing with the Fort Worth Star-Telegram and Mac Engel. I mean, he is a columnist. Okay, he is paid to have an opinion. Okay, and it's just like, man, I just felt like this was a little over the top. He said, as of June 8th, the quarterback TCU will face in Lubbock for its football game at Texas Tech on November 26th can be the gambler. I mean, that's true. It's a true statement. Mr. Brendan Sorsby, a statement that last week sounded preposterous but possible in this era of no-rule NCAA athletics. I mean, he's right. It's just...
Yeah, I'm wondering what you're upset about.
I just it's like, wow.
Because you were pretty fired up at the beginning of your show about this.
I know. I just when I read that, it just kind of shocked me that he would name call like that. But I mean, it's true. I mean, it's a fact. I mean, he said it. He's a gambler. TCU's athletic director Mike Buddy, he said this: a bedrock principle of collegiate athletics was overturned with this decision, but so have many others in recent months. So it sadly does not surprise me. I just can't fathom a judge thinking that this outcome is fair or what is best for the young man or for his institution. Sonny Dykes, who coached here, his dad coached here, he's the head coach there at TCU. We've officially lost our soul. How is anyone ever going to trust the outcome of a game again? That's an unfair statement there. Because never was the integrity of a game compromised. It's a bit of an unfair shot.
Well, that's not a shot at Texas Tech.
No, but it's just it just puts it spreads a narrative that's. I guess my point is, part of my point on all this is, be careful.
You can't allow people to gamble on the sport they're playing it.
I agree. I agree with you.
You cannot. Even if you say when he did, he gambled on good for Indiana. You can't allow people to do it. Because what does it mean when they don't gamble?
What does it mean when they don't?
So what does it mean if they gamble 3 games in a row and then they don't in the 4th? What is it saying?
Oh, hey, there's something going on here.
You can't judge. You can't judge that kind of stuff. It can't be. Yes, you can sometimes and not other times. You can't do it.
No, I know that.
You can't. There's a reason why this. All of sports does not allow this. There is a reason.
Yeah.
I feel like I seriously believe the judge has done Texas Tech no favors.
Yeah.
We have, it is shined a light that says, hey, Texas Tech is okay with gambling on sports. Texas Tech is okay with athletes that gamble on their sport. That's not the case. But this judge, by allowing Sorsby to play for us, has made it appear that way. Now, could Texas Tech say, we're not going to play him? Yeah, I just don't think that's I don't think that's realistic.
No, I don't either.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings if they did.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Time for this day in sports history. Today is Tuesday, June the 9th, 2026. Here's Jeff McGuire with this day in sports history.
Starting in 1914, Pittsburgh Pirates shortstop Honus Wagner becomes the second player to reach 3,000 hits.
Ty Cobb was the first, right?
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
I could be proven wrong by the chat line, but I think that's right. 1946, New York Giant Mel Ott becomes the first manager in Major League Baseball history to be ejected from both games of a doubleheader. Got a feeling there might have been some lingering effects from the first.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a hangover from one game to the other.
1973, the 105th Belmont Stakes, with a time of 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Secretariat becomes the first Triple Crown winner in 25 years.
Cap Anson was the first to 3,000 hits.
Aha.
1897.
1985, Boston Gardens. Los Angeles Lakers beat the Boston Celtics 111-100 for a 4-game-to-2 series victory in the NBA Finals. Your MVP, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And in 2016, former Red Raider Josh Tomlin scatters 9 hits in giving up 2 solo shots as the only runs in a 5-3 Indian win over the Mariners. It is National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day, which is not as easy to say as it could be, and probably not as easy to make. Pie's not easy. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into pie.
Yeah.
The whole phrase "easy as pie."
Yeah.
No, it's not that easy. Cake is easy.
I love strawberry pie and I love rhubarb pie, but I don't like the two of them together.
Okay. Happy birthday goes out to former Red Raider basketball player Jamias Ramsey. He's 25.
Crazy that he's only 25, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Feels like he's been gone a long time.
Yeah, well, he has.
Well, he left when he was 19, right? Because he just played 1 year.
Yeah.
I assume he was 19. I don't know what his age was, but...
Johnny Depp is 63. Natalie Portman is 45. Michael J. Fox, 65. And Dick Vitale is 87. And feeling awesome with a capital A.
Man, if I have to see another cologne commercial with Johnny Depp on ESPN, oh my goodness.
It's shocking that Johnny Depp made it to 63, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He probably wakes up and
seems
goes...
like his and his wife, girlfriend, they're like...
Yeah, she was crazy.
Beat him up and tried to kill him.
And did other things. Yeah,
what was her name? Amber Heard, maybe? Is that right?
We don't need to be talking about what the other things she did. Yeah, but yeah, she was a lot crazy. Yeah. What part of Johnny Depp's life do you...
Well, he seems like he's lived a pretty... I mean, I bet he parties pretty hard.
I think he's lived a pretty, quote, full life.
I mean, he's eccentric. I don't know that he's got the... I mean, I could be wrong. I don't think he's got the history like a guy Keith Richards.
If you had told me that Johnny Depp has tried every drug that's out there, I would totally believe it. Would you, Chuck?
Absolutely.
Yes. So I'm with Chuck, thinking that he's probably lived a, as you say, full life. Yeah. It's probably been a pretty fun life, too.
Yeah.
Until he got married.
Yeah.
Did that
catches up with you?
It does catch up.
It did with you?
No. I think I stopped soon enough. I mean, there was a point in time where I was probably teetering, for a period of time.
Yeah, me too.
But were you tottering? Because if you were teetering and tottering, then you have a problem.
I teeter-tottered, okay?
And on this day in 1915, United States Secretary of State William Jennings Bryan resigns due to his concern over President Woodrow Wilson's handling of the crisis generated by the German submarine sinking of the British passenger liner Lusitania the previous month, in which 1,201 people, including 128 Americans, died. Bryan's resignation marked a significant turning point as the Lusitania's crisis had convinced his successor, Robert Lansing, that the U.S. should not remain neutral forever, and that would indeed eventually have to enter the war against Germany. As it unfolded, Germany resumed its policy of unrestricted submarine warfare in February of 1917. 2 months later, Wilson went to Congress to ask for a declaration of war. And that is this day in sports history.
This day in sports history. Thank you, Jeff.
William Jennings Bryan did not want to go to war when everything was breaking up for World War I. That's the big crux of where that comes from.
Radiation station asks this question, and Jamie responded on the chat line with it. It's a great question. How does Cincinnati get off scot-free from all of this? Great question.
Again, according to reports, they knew, had meetings with him about it on more than one occasion, but never forced him into getting any kind of help. And
or self-reported for that.
Yeah, that either. And so especially when it comes to the Big 12, if the Big 12 is going to be angry with Texas Tech about this, I get it, I understand. It feels icky. Then they need to have that same furor towards Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, they're in the Big 12 too, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're going to take some vote of whether Texas Tech should be allowed to play this year or not, I hope they vote on Cincinnati too.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah,
remember,
we're going to trim the conference down to 14 this year. There's going to be no Texas Tech and no Cincinnati.
You let them in, too. Yeah. This from the Yates Flooring Center chat line.
Because he was actually playing when he was doing it for them.
Right. This reminds me of the words of the great philosopher, the notorious B.I.G., when he said, "Mo money, mo problems." Please explain that to our boy, Chuck. Oh, I got it. No, I got it. Mo money, mo problems.
It's a good song.
It's like I always tell people.
Isn't that one of your favorites, P. Diddy?
Yeah, P. Diddy, yeah.
Yeah. Or was that Puff Daddy? Which one was that?
I don't know.
Isn't he like in jail now?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
It's like I always tell people with their kids, I said, as your kids get older, the problems are fewer, but the problems are bigger. When they're little, there's like a million problems, like, they, slap somebody at daycare, or they, shove somebody in line, going to lunch, or they, threw a punch on the playground. A little playground justice is always good in terms of my mind, but in today's world, you get sued for that. But then when your kids get older and they get themselves in jams, it's a little bit harder to help them with those jams from some time. Nobody complains about Cincinnati because they're not a threat to win anything. There's probably some thought for that.
Maybe when Case and Ranieri threw at their hitter, maybe it was just like him throwing at Cincinnati.
Okay.
Maybe that was like Cincinnati deserves a baseball to the back. And so he was really doing that for everybody.
Yeah.
So maybe we should appreciate Case and Ranieri for doing that. I mean, he ended his season on that pitch.
Yeah.
Just to make Cincinnati feel some pain. His mistake was that he did it to the biggest guy on their roster. Probably not the smartest move. Although bigger target.
Well, I'm with you, Jamie. Kid knew the rules, broke the rules. Now he's got to do the time. I don't think he should ever suit up another down in college football. If I get drunk and hit somebody and kill somebody, I don't get to blame my addiction. Okay,
nope.
It's all true. Thoughts, comments, your reaction? We get this. Chuck, you are a bit off, boss. Why do you feel sorry for Tech? Skuvenik, Cody, Joey, and Blanchard are all in on it. Okay. I love a good conspiracy, but I don't think I'm off, pal. Chief.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire, I'm Chuck Heinz. Lots of reaction to this today. I thought this was a good point earlier with regard to other situations. The stuff with Penn State and Georgia specifically. The Big Ten didn't cancel games with Penn State after Jerry Sandusky. The SEC didn't cancel games against Georgia after their many football player arrests and crimes. SEC didn't cancel games against Alabama when they had a player involved in a murder investigation. And this person must be a long-time listener because they spelled hypocrisy as you would spell hypocrisy. Which is one of my words that I've mispronounced over the years, along with longevity or longetivity, depending on how you want to look at that. The longevity of the word hypocrisy is outliving my usefulness here. If the narrative is that Tech is okay with gambling, then the narrative should be that other schools are okay with their players' various crimes. Yeah. But that's, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about Texas Tech. There was another comment.
So what do you do if you're Kirby Hocutt at this point? Do you get on the phone with commissioners from other conferences? Do you get on the phone with Commissioner Yormark? And
I think Commissioner Yormark. I really didn't care for his statement. And I was going to read this text and then read his statement. I don't like the commissioner allows other schools to make negative public statements about member institutions. You don't see the SEC and Big Ten tearing down their peers when issues come up. Their commissioners keep them in line. Commissioner Yormark, he released this statement yesterday. The ramification of today's ruling are significant and could have broad impacts across college athletics, creating great concern amongst our membership. I've been consulting with our key stakeholders. I don't know who those people are. I'm guessing they're sponsors, and have scheduled a meeting with our conference ADs and our executive board this week. We are also in touch with Charlie Baker and anticipate the NCAA to appeal the order in the next 24 to 48 hours. We will continue to monitor and evaluate the situation.
What do you not appreciate? I mean,
well, it doesn't feel like he's got Texas Tech's back on this as an institution. Not Brendan Sorsby, but Texas Tech.
He's got the majority of his teams back.
Right, and it's. But I feel like that. When you have a member school that is, look, as we know right now, Texas Tech has done nothing wrong other than sign somebody that either they didn't completely vet or believed what he had to say when they signed him. Okay, and I just feel like Yormark should have released a statement from the standpoint of. Texas Tech is doing just supporting the university. I mean, I get that the other 11 schools don't like it, but you know what? This is when you need your commissioner to be strong and be supportive of a school that's wounded right now without even doing anything. It's not like they're guilty as charged of supporting somebody who's got a problem. Okay, they're not saying that they wanted him to be. Put into play right away, because here's Kirby Hokut's statement. As we've said before, we do not believe the circumstances of Brendan's case warranted permanent ineligibility. Okay. As he returns to our football program, we remain committed to supporting Brendan's recovering and ensuring his compliance with the court's order. A comprehensive support structure, including clinical care, monitoring, and compliance checks, will remain fully in place for the duration of Brendan's time as a student at Texas Tech. They're not jumping. I mean, they may be jumping for joy, but at least they're not publicly jumping for joy.
Yeah, I don't know
how to take that.
Your comment there, whether they're jumping for joy or not, I'm not really sure.
I'm just saying that not publicly.
Obviously, they know Brendan Sorsby can help them win football games.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess my point is, I would have preferred that Yormark be a little more supportive. I don't feel like he's. I think he's supporting
the other members. And by the way, there's more than 11 other ones.
Oh yeah, I forget, 15.
I think he's supporting the rest of them, not the one.
I understand, but sometimes it's it could, and those other ADs and presidents and chancellors, stakeholders of these other universities need to be careful of what they say, because you know what, it could be happening at their place too, and they don't even know it.
Do you disagree with the first sentence?
No, I do not.
Okay, all right. Don't disagree with that. Where in there does he say, Texas Tech is shady or anything?
It doesn't. I just don't.
It doesn't.
I just don't. I just didn't like the tone of it. Okay. I just didn't. We are also in touch with Charlie Baker and anticipate the NCAA to appeal the order in the next 24 to 48 hours.
So how is that critical of us?
I just it feels like there's more on the side of Charlie Baker and the NCAA than he is in terms of just trying to assist and help Texas Tech. I just feel like he could have been a little more supportive of, hey, we understand Texas Tech's position on this, and we're going to do everything we can to support them. At the same time, we're going to be in touch with Charlie Baker and the NCAA to appeal the order in the next 24 to 48 hours.
He's supporting the 15, not the 1.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was nothing in there that was negative towards Texas Tech. Okay, the tone. All right, yeah. He didn't take shots at us. He said basically, we're dealing with this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You can't be critical of him. He's not critical of us there.
I know. I just felt like. Well, I don't think he is critical. I just felt like he could have been a little bit more supportive. Just a little bit more supportive, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
And to act like you didn't think the other members of the conference were going to be upset about this. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, I'm
Except
fine.
Texas Tech fans is upset about this.
I'm fine. Well, and there's
Even Texas Tech fans are upset about this.
Yeah, there are. I mean, I don't know if it's 50-50 or 60-40, if it's flipped to 70-30. But I just haven't liked some, because I do think these other schools better be careful, because they're all going to be in a pickle someday. It's kind of like, hey, the old your enemy is your enemy, but your enemy is your friend kind of deal. I don't think that's exactly.
The phrase is,
thank you.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Is my friend, yeah.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah. Let's see here. Chuck doesn't understand how politics work. No, I understand how politics works. Yormark is playing the politics he has to right now. Yeah. You are mad because the commission is siding with the majority of the league and not your school. You realize that's why you hated UT, right? Yeah, that's a good point. I just felt like I felt like we needed a hug from somebody, and we didn't get one.
We did, from the judge.
Yeah, we got it from the judge.
I know, but that's
what started the whole problem. Maybe we should stop hugging. No more hugging.
It's the wrong kind of hug. Let's see. Newsflash. Tech playing Sorsby is wildly unpopular with literally everyone else. Yes, I understand that. Yes, because the other schools would have reacted the same way if it were KU starting quarterback in this mess. Yeah, I understand that. Why isn't Indiana also being mentioned, investigated, or punished? The kid was on that team and bet on his own school. Why isn't other schools saying they won't play Indiana or Cincinnati? Because we're the one that's holding the bag right now. No one canceled games with Baylor after corruption and rape allegations and proof of it. No one canceled games with Oklahoma after Joe Mixon beat a woman and let him continue to play. He took his redshirt year after that. Jamie's question of the day is next.
He took his redshirt year, or they made him take his redshirt year?
They made him take conveniently. It was convenient, right? It was a convenient redshirt year. How about that?
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, pretty simple question for you guys today, one that we've asked before, but we're going to ask you now.
Okay.
Again, we're going to get an update.
An update, okay.
Okay, we've been going up and down the moguls, up and down the hills of Manhattan, Kansas. I like those hills in Manhattan.
Yeah.
One of my favorite places to hike.
Really? To hike?
Yeah, I really like them. It's pretty. It's beautiful.
You gone up to don't they have a M or something, or a K or?
No, they do, but it's weak. That's not a hiking trip.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question for you today is, where do you think the Red Raiders football season ends? Not the city, but when does it end? End of the regular season, in the Big 12 championship game, in the first round of the college football playoffs.
Okay, I was like you didn't know if you were looking for a date or anything like that. When do I think it ends? Man, this is kind of how I see it right now, and I've not just done the real super deep dive into this football team yet. So, in terms of kind of what you got, there's some concerns. I think you win a playoff game. So I'm going to say, I think you win a playoff game at home. Okay, so I don't think you're going to get a bye. I think you win a playoff game at home, and then you lose the next week. So your second playoff game is where I think that you fall.
You think you'll lose a game in the regular season?
I don't.
Okay, so you think you're going to go 13-0 and not get a bye? Okay,
so if you put it like that, counselor.
Well, no, I mean you can say yes.
No, because I hadn't really thought about it like that, and you're right. But if you lose the Big 12 championship game, you probably wouldn't get a bye, even if you're 12-1. If you're 12-1 and you win the Big 12, then I think you get a bye. If you're 12-1 and you lose the Big 12, then you probably don't get the bye.
Wouldn't the committee just love for you to go 12-0, losing the Big 12 championship game, and then not put you in as an at-large? Feels like right now the committee is going to think just like everybody else in college football does, right? They're not going to be our friends.
You wouldn't think you got too many friends right now. I'll stick with what I said. Just I don't know that you're going to play at home. Whether you play at home or on the road, I'll say you make it to the second round of the playoffs this year. You win a game, but you lose the next week.
Okay, so technically the same round as last year.
But here's the deal: if you get a bye, I think you're going to win a game and lose a game in the college football playoffs.
Well, then that's not the second round of the playoffs.
Well, I think you're going to win a game and you're going to lose a game. Okay.
Okay, we'll just move on.
Yeah. Every day, I think the questions get simpler, and I make them.
We might need to pack in the question.
No, we can't. We can't.
Maybe we reverse the order. That might help.
I feel like I'm sending Chuck to a padded room sooner than normal. I don't want to do that. I want him to stay in this padded room.
Yeah.
I'm probably overreacting. It will end in whatever bowl game you play in.
Bowl game?
Because you will not be invited to play in the college football playoff. You have...
Now that feels like collusion.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely. And by the way, that's how the committee works.
Is a bowl game going to want you then?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. Yeah. You're still going to want a bowl game because you're still going to get a bowl game because someone's going to want you. I don't know which bowl game. I'm not saying New Year's 6. I'm not saying, a great bowl game. Someone's going to want you there.
Please don't suggest the Las Vegas Bowl.
I'm not. That would be funny. There's an element of comedy that I would greatly appreciate there.
I would not.
But, as I sit today, I think you could go undefeated, including the Big 12 title, and everybody else would be like, yeah.
I don't think that. I don't think they're going to do that. So you think that? So I'm writing this down. You think you lose in your bowl game?
No, I think you play in a bowl game, not a college football playoff game. A bowl game.
It's funny, like it's not even like.
As we sit today, again,
it's like not even a thought in my mind that Texas Tech will be playing in a bowl game.
Me too. I'm with you.
Not like. Oh, yeah, I forgot. If you don't make the playoff, you play in a bowl game. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just not even a thought.
You have to get invited to the party.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And right now, is anybody inviting you?
If you win the league, Jeff, you don't have to get invited. You just kick the door in and you say, we're the Big 12 champ. Yeah, there's no judgment to be made.
You got an automatic
We're
bid.
The champ.
There's no one that says the Big 12 has to have a representative.
Actually, the rules do.
Yeah.
The Big 12 champion is guaranteed a spot in the play. Yeah. Well, pretty much guaranteed. I mean, there's the crazy things, but...
Right, and they will use
No, Jeff, no.
Again, what was the first thing I also said? Was the very first thing out of my mouth first.
Which you were crazy?
I'm probably overreacting.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Your point about feeling like everybody's against you, I'm with.
Yeah.
Okay, I am totally with. I just think that... You're going to go. Help me out here, Chuck. Right, for the Big 12 not to get a representative would be that the non-group of the non-Power 4 team that gets in would be higher and all of this kind of nonsense, right?
Yeah,
and that just seems crazy to me. So anyway, I think. For me, I think they'll go undefeated in the regular season. I think they will get a bye. I think they will win a game in the second round this year, and I think they will lose in the next round.
Okay, so you're with me.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
You keep changing your answer.
My answer was you're going to win a game. You're going to win a game in the college football playoff, and you're going to lose a game.
But you said initially it was going to be a home game, right. Which means that's the first round, and then you lose in the second round. I'm saying you're getting a bye, you're winning in the second round, and you're losing in the third round. Those are two different things.
Okay.
That's two different rounds.
Okay. Well, okay, here, this. I Googled this. Yes, the Big 12 Conference champion receives an automatic bid into the 12-team college football playoff. So there. Okay. Hey, 7:40 this morning on the Morning Drive.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
With Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire. I'm Chuck Heinz. Let's see.
Did you forget who he was?
No. I was going to say with Jamie Lent and Chuck Heinz, I'm Jeff McGuire is what I was going to say, but I knew that wasn't. I didn't want to insult Jeff. Thoughts, comments, Yates Flooring Center chat line, Visual Edge IT hotlines open, 806-771-0973. We come to you from the First United Bank studio. Oh, man, I wanted to get to some stuff here. Let's see here. Let's see. Jamie is asking Chuck for help. The end is near. This Chuck said, you're with me. And then Jamie said, oh, hell no, LOL. This and the burning down of college football would commence when collusion versus one team kissed the NCAA and college football goodbye if that happens.
Wow.
If Texas Tech didn't support the lawsuit, Kessler would have sued them. Marquise got to admit the Bain existence in college football feels different. Jeff just bit into the cyanide pill. Hurry, flush his mouth with baking soda and tonic water. Is that what fixes that, Jeff? The cyanide pill?
I didn't know there was anything to fix that.
Yeah,
okay.
I thought that was kind of a done deal.
I'm just so curious, what do y'all do once y'all go to break? Do you scream at each other, take Chuck out back and kick him in the sensitive area?
What?
Sit in solidly? What? Ha ha.
No, not at all.
No, just
We the screaming is only on air.
Yeah, it's all good.
We usually have good conversations about the weather and compliment each other's ties.
Sure, things like that.
Yeah.
None of us are mad at each other.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, there have been days.
There have been days, yeah.
Today's not one of them.
Today's not one of them, no.
We are not politicians. We disagree on a lot of things, in case you haven't listened to the show, and we still like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Yankee, an old man from Kansas, and some dude from Chicago walk into a bar, ... That's all. Just not from Chicago.
Chicago.
He supports the White Sox. So that was the reference there. I mean, I might be older than some of you, but I got to tell you, man, I don't consider myself an old man. I still think of myself as a 40-something-year-old. I mean, I really do. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape.
Well, I think this day and age, you're allowed to just. I mean, you can say, "Hey, I am a this. I am a 40-something-year-old man." You can say all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. I associate myself as a blank. And so even though you're 65, you can say I'm 44. I mean, clearly you can say I'm 5'9". It says it on your driver's license.
I think it says 5'8" now.
Nowhere close to it.
I think I'm 5. I'm close. Somebody says this. I bet Dr. Culver preaches longer than 20 minutes. Oh, man. That would do it for me.
Your preacher only goes 20 minutes?
Well, I mean, we go to the 8:45, okay? We go to the 8:45. We're supposed to be done by 9:30. At 9, and so I don't wear a watch. Otherwise, I'd be looking at it going, tick-tock, 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 Because, I mean, it used to be we went to the 8:30 because it was on live on TV, and it had to end at 9:30. And I always love that because, no matter what happens, you got to be done. And I really loved Sunday because we do communion the first Sunday of the month, and we did an abbreviated version. And I always love the abbreviated organic version as opposed to the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da every time. I mean, you can't do the organic, kind of the brief version. But, man, we had the Cliff Note version. It was awesome. Still meant the same, okay? But it was the Cliff Note, and I love that. And I love the Cliff Note version. Get us in, get us out, man.
I've told my children before, it's not the length of the workout that matters. It's the intensity of the workout.
Sure. Yeah, I felt it was intense.
Okay. And so I don't want to be critical of you. Like maybe you in 20 minutes or whatever you're wanting it to be, maybe you're just soaking it in. You're dialed in.
I'm trying to.
You are dialed in.
I'm trying to
But
listen.
I do feel like if you are looking at the clock, and I do get frustrated with myself if I ever at church look at my watch, where are we at now? Okay, I get frustrated myself. If you're that upset about it going a little bit 5 minutes, 10 minutes too long,
I'm not upset. No.
Yeah, if you're bugged by it, I don't feel like you're dialed in enough.
Okay, well,
The
Methodist man. I mean,
So.
the
And I say that fully well knowing that I'm the guy that sometimes does look at my watch. Okay?
yeah.
I'm just going to say, with the history of this program, and my expectation of Chuck being dialed in during a 20-minute service, not high.
What if he was going on vacation right afterwards?
Oh man,
0% chance.
0% chance. We're not going.
I'll also
not
say,
going.
if you really want to make sure that your church service is the best advice I ever got, and I think it was a preacher that said this to us, if you want to be guaranteed to be out of church on time, go to first service.
Yeah, because then
Because they've got to get ready for the
Oh
second
yeah,
service.
that's what we. Yeah, we're not going
So
to.
you don't have to worry about the preacher going long if he's got to get ready for Sunday school or whatever happens between your services.
One of the things that drove me nuts about the previous guy, and I liked him, was that there'd be these times when we'd have this combined service, and then they'd force us. Well, they'd force us to go to the 11, which I wasn't going to do. I'm like, I'm out, man. That's half my day. I'm not doing that.
Oh, just be honest that you would miss the pregame shows of the NFL.
Right, there's that too. Right. I'm not, man. I'm not doing the 11.
Chuck, at my service now, it's about $1.20.
$1.20?
Yeah, and we're not even Catholic. What would you do?
I would find another place. I'm just not doing that, man. I'm just not doing $1.20. $1.20? Really? My God, you're singing every song then. Singing like 6 verses or whatever.
There's a good amount of them.
Yeah. Chuck stands up. Let's wrap this up. Kickoff is in 15 minutes. I can't afford another speeding ticket. Right. Hey,
Hey, here's the deal on Sundays, okay, especially during the NFL season. If you're a Bills fan, you need all the help you can get.
Right, yeah.
So you're probably doing your team a better service being there at church, than you are at the house watching them find a way to blow it.
All I know is we had one guy, and this was awesome for me. He would say with about 2 minutes to go in his which they should have a 2-minute warning. That'd be awesome. He'd say, if you don't hear anything else, hear this.
It's 2-minute timeout. Thank you very much.
If you don't hear anything else, hear this. I love that. It's like, okay, I can get the synopsis here in 2 minutes. I'm good.
That's when Chuck would put his shoes back on.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.